Hello, my name's Karen Kilner. I'm an independent stamping demonstrator here in the UK, and you can find me at kkcardcraft.net. And today is Black and White Friday, and as you know, and I say it every week, it's my favourite day of the week. And this is the card we're going to do today. Isn't it lovely? I've used the top layer is the glossy white cardstock, so it gives it a little bit of a shine. I don't know whether you can pick it up on here or not. And then on the inside I've decorated it a little bit, and that says wishing you happy days. It's from, I've used the Florentine Filigree, however you want to pronounce it, stamp set, and I've used these and that, and I'm going to do a thank you one this time, so I haven't got two of the same. And to go with that is the Florentine Thinlit dies, and you can find this in the spring summer catalogue, and it's lovely because it's one of those stamp sets I looked at first and I thought not sure, but I liked the die more than anything, I think, the framelit, and I thought we'd have a go with that. So to do this you need the stamparatus, but firstly I'm just going to let you know that I've done it the sizes of the card a little bit more than standard of the UK. What I've done, I think it's the American measurements I've used, because this is just a little bit too big for the UK measurements. So what I've done is the basic black is it's the A4, and I cut down to 11, and then I instead of 4 1/8 it's 4 1/4, so it's 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2, and then I'm going to just fold and burnish that. And then the white cardstock for the inside, for the outside, sorry, that I'm going to do the stamping on is this one. It's the bigger one. Oops. She says, which is the bigger one, because it's slightly. That's the bigger one. So this is, let me see, it's 5 3/4. No, that's the cost of, no, it's not. It's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Have I done that? If I've got that one right, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Yeah. And then on the inside, it doesn't really matter, but that's 5 3 3/4. And then for the glossy, white glossy, you need that at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So what I'll do is I'll do the die cutting first to get that out of the way. So I'm using the magnetic platform, and I'm going to put that in there, and that I've done it so there's just a slight, you need to do it so you've got a slight border around the edge. There we go, and here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I don't know if you can see, I'm just going to punch everything out onto here, and then I'll get rid of it at the end of the video. Hopefully everything else will just come out. There we go, just got a few more bits to come out. Isn't it pretty? There you go, so you've got a nice frame with that nice border around the outside. Let me get rid of this. So that's that little bit done. So then it comes to the stamping. So on the inside, I'll do that first. There's a little stamp set. There's a little stamp there. I don't know if you can see it yet. And it makes a excuse me, it makes a lovely edge. So I'm just gonna pop that just all around the edge. I think instead of using a sponge, it's just a little bit more interesting. I suppose it's a little bit more controlled as well. And doesn't have to be perfect, she says. Look, I'm just doing it willy-nilly now. There we go. I feel like I'm at the post office. Stamp, bump, stamp, bump. There we go. And then I'm going to put the thank you in the middle. I mean, I've left the front fairly plain, but you could put a tag on the front if you wanted to. A little label on the front. Thank you. I like thank yous. There we go. So that's that bit done as well. And I'm just going to wipe my hands because I don't want to get black ink over my next piece of card. Because, as you know, I'm quite messy and I'm liable to do things like that. Right, so stamparatus. Now I'm just going to place my piece of paper down, and then I'm just going to mark it just in case it moves, so I know exactly where I've done it, because a 50-something-year-old brain is getting a bit I don't know whether I should tell you really. Anyway, what I've done is I've already cut a piece out, and as you can see it's got messy, so I didn't want to use the glossy white, and I'm just going to use this as my template. So I'm just going to pop that so that I can get my stamps all lined up properly. Just making sure that that's all covered, and then I'm going to do the big ones first. So that starts off at the front, at the top there. Bear with me, I'll be back. My son, can you come and pick me up from work? It's raining. Yeah, alright. I'll stop what I'm doing. He could have taken his bike. But no, Mum. The taxi of Mum, but never mind, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Oops. So that's where we'll want that. I'm just going to put that. Right, so I'm starting off up here, and then we're going to do the stepping technique. So I keep saying so, don't I? I've got to stop it. There we are. And then you bring it down one to the next. And obviously this die, the framelit, is designed so it's perfect for the stamparatus, because it's just one step down for each of the spaces. So you could do quite a few of these easily, all at the same time, if you were going to make lots, because they'd make, oh, I don't know what they'd make good invitations, wouldn't they, or something? Something goth-like. God. I wanted to be a goth when I was little, but my dad would have gone through the roof when I was a very compliant child. But my two boys, when they were younger, they went through a stage where they wanted to look a bit gothy, and I was quite happy for them to have a go putting their eyeliner on for them, and their black nail varnish, and they were wearing all black and they grew their hair. But I like being individual. And I'm just going to bring this one up, that magnet up to there, and bring this down to once more, and this should be a half one. There we go. The grid paper I've got in this stamp apparatus is really useful. There we are. So that's that one done. I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean. And excuse the baby wipe, I know I shouldn't, but I've put my chamois away somewhere stupidly, and so I'm just going to pop this back and then get the next one out, the little crosses. Now, I'll watch the actual Stampin' Up video on how to do this. So they've got one, and they pointed out that although there's 5 of these, don't do it that way, because the stamp apparatus won't allow you to do it. I suppose if you were careful and you wanted to do it by eye and you hadn't got a stamp apparatus, then you could do it downwards, but so I'm just going to put this back on again, sorry, so it all gets all lined up again. And there, as you can see, everything goes in there beautifully. So, and then I'm just going to put this so they fit in there, and pick that up, and then all you need to do is go down again. Oops. Is that where it was, or has it moved? Bear with me for a minute. No, paper needs to move down again. Paper moved up a bit. Just want to make sure that that's right. Bear with me. Just needs to be moved a little bit. Sorry, I'm just being a bit pernickety here, but I want it to be right for you for a change. There we are. Right, and then with the black ink again, we'll just keep going down. There we are. I do like my stamp apparatus. I don't use it as much as I should do, really, because I still get my blocks out instead of getting this, and because I do like my blocks. But I suppose if you're a beginner and you haven't got any blocks, then this would be a good purchase to get straight away, and then you could get using it, and you've got it for, and then it's the right size for everything then, isn't it? Have I moved that down? Don't know whether I have or not. No, I haven't. There we go. One more. I'm just going to bring that up to the top again. Oops. Ink on my fingers again. Well, I'm very pleased with myself. I've joined Slimming World, and I've got my half stone certificate today. I've only been doing it 6 weeks. It's taken me ages, especially when you hear of people losing it. You know, there's one girl that had lost nearly 1.5 stone in 3 weeks. But I'm taking it slowly, because I believe that coming off slowly, and then it takes longer to pile it back on again. It stays off. Right, I'll just put that away. There we go. So there you are. The way I stuck it down was I put some glue just a tiny little bit of glue on each of the little in-between bits. Oops. There we go. I think that's everywhere. Just put one there and I put one there. And I'll just put them on the edge. I don't want to put it so that it's too far in, because I'm putting some dimensionals just to lift that up a little bit. And then I put that down, and I line these up. Oops. Make sure it's straight and lined up. Not quite. Ooh. That's why I've used glue, because it just takes a bit of there. I think I've got it. I haven't. Just trying to. There we are, that's it. Just going to fiddle around with it. Oops. There. That's about it. There we go. And then I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back. Bear with me, I picked up the wrong dimensionals. There we go. Let's put some dimensionals on the back. I'll do. I think I've taken them all off. And then I'm just going to pop that. I'm just going to flatten that, so I'll just get just a tiny little edge of black there. There you go. And then I'll just put a little bit of glue. In fact, I've got some snail here, that'll do. Just to in the middle. There you are. That black edge looks quite nice, doesn't it? In there. And there's my black and white card for today. It's quite lovely, I quite like it. Hope you do too, and hope you have a go. Thank you, bye.